The biggest show on the radio as we celebrate the 20th year of Mason and Ireland at ESPN Los Angeles. Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So,
Mace, I love that John's doing it.
I want to start today's show with a gift. Are you ready?
Okay.
Hands up.
Okay.
I'm going to throw something at you. Okay, ready?
Yep, ready. Okay.
That is from our good friend Chris Ward at the Green Cross in
very
Torrance.
Nice. Oh, yeah,
I restocked today. He said, I got to take care of my boy Mace. So he, there you go. I don't know.
By the way, Brian, have you been to the Green Cross in Torrance?
I've never been there, actually. I have to check it out.
You got to stop in there.
Yeah, Chris is the man.
Chris will take care of you. So, what's that? I'm ready for some Lakers basketball tonight.
Oh, and speak of the devil. Here he is.
Right
the great
off the
Michael
bat.
Thompson is here.
Michael Thompson.
We only have 2 hours today, so we got to get right to it.
Pepe's going to be here a little bit later on. By the way, I have no idea why I agreed to stay on until 5:30, except I was so excited at the opportunity to work with George Sedano.
5:30. That means you're going to take a week off after today.
I may need tomorrow off.
That's true.
I may
That's
need tomorrow off.
That's an excellent point.
Hey, Mace, I found out a little wrinkle about your show till 5:30.
Okay.
I'm sure he's going to be really excied for this.
What, Sedano's not coming in?
No, he's coming in, but he's leaving at 5.
No way! No
He's got to go over to
way!
the arena.
So I'm filling in on Sedano and Cap, and it's going to be just me?
Yes. However, it's easy to get through. It's what you need to know into Radio Tinder, and then it goes
I'm not worried about doing it. I just think it's lame that here I agree to come in for Sedano, and then Sedano's going to bail on me.
I will still be here. I will come sit with you if you'd like.
If you want me to.
Oh, yeah. John will.
I will sit in with you from 5 to 5:30.
Let's do it.
That's awesome.
Ireland comes back for 5 to 5:30.
Well, I'm just going to be in the other room working.
Okay.
So I'll come in with you 5 to 5:30, and then I'll head over to the arena.
Excellent. So we have got an action-packed day. Michael Thompson, Happy New Year. What is up, man?
Oh, well, just hanging out with you guys. Shocked to see you here. I usually take a month off for the holidays.
No.
That's Kaplan.
That's the old Mason. The new Mason is a grinder, man.
Wow.
So, Michael,
you're like Huey Brown. You want to work.
What do you do? What did you do for Christmas? Like, did you get a really good gift? Did you give a really good gift to Julie? Well, how'd it go?
Christmas was quiet at home with just Trace and his wife and Roman, and so because Michael.
Roman got a new car.
Yeah, Roman got a new car.
like a little
Jeep. Yeah,
kitty driving car. Nice.
And he's driving around the neighborhood with his sunglasses on. He looks like Joe Cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And New Year's, we were in New Orleans. So me and Ireland got our food, went back to the hotel after the game, got our food, and took it to go to our room.
Okay. Now, my understanding is that not everybody went to their room.
Well, we don't know exactly who went out and who didn't.
But in New Orleans on New Year's Eve, who the hell wouldn't go out?
Well, the players, I'm sure, went out. But we don't care about those guys. They're young and they're in shape, and they should have a good time. But we talk about our traveling party, the staff. As far as I know.
I didn't go out.
You did not.
No.
Yesterday, you led us to believe that you went out.
No.
I did not.
What is that wry smile on your face?
I did not go out. Michael was with me.
Yeah, I was with him. Me, Ireland, and Stu went to our
I
rooms.
may have done a lap, so to speak.
Oh,
yeah.
You walked the French Quarter.
I did.
Yes.
Okay.
Done a lap. But then I said, someone's about to get shot. I don't want it to be me. And I went back to the
Did you see any
hotel.
ladies getting beads?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Apparently, more than ESPN noticed, I noticed girls getting beads.
Here's the thing about that story, the story where the woman ended up flashing the cameras on the Sugar Bowl broadcast. A porn company has offered, and we don't know who this woman is, offered her $100,000 to do a 1-hour cam session. So what is a cam?
Just pictures.
It's like a sex cam?
Yeah. Well, no, she doesn't have to have sex, but she's got to get naked.
It's her by herself.
So $100,000 for an hour.
You don't watch cams?
No, I don't watch cams. Are you big on the cams?
No, I don't
Are you
watch
big
cams.
on the cams, Ireland?
I don't even know what they
no,
are.
I watch the
You
movies.
just said what they are.
I watch the films. I'm there for the films and the characters and the plot development.
plot line.
He sounds like
stories.
Burt Reynolds in Boogie Nights. I direct feature films.
Exactly.
I like
so
the pizza guys that
100K.
come.
Who wouldn't do a cam session for $100,000 1 hour, Michael?
Well, a lot of ladies.
You think wouldn't do it?
Would not do it. Of course not.
I think every woman would.
No.
No, why are you kidding? Most women wouldn't.
Wait a minute.
Not even for $1 million they wouldn't do it.
Oh, come on.
For the majority
it's
of women-
$100,000. It's not hard work.
The majority of single women in this
no
country
work.
would not do it. for
Get
$1
on
million.
camera, get undressed.
We're
Here's
talking about-
$100K.
Yeah, we're talking about single ladies. I'm sure some married ladies might consider it, but I think the majority of single ladies in America will not do it.
This is one of Michael's prerequisites. If you want to date his boys, you can't have any cam sessions out there.
No
Yeah,
cam
no,
sessions.
That's not wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Bergman, do you think single ladies, what percentage do you think would agree to the $100,000 for an hour of cam session?
I think a very large amount.
Me too.
Really?
Why wouldn't you?
70%?
It's $100,000.
Laura's
for 1
walking
hour.
by out there. Tell
Yeah.
her, tell
Yeah,
her
tell
to come
Laura.
in here.
Tell Laura.
Let's ask a single lady.
I
even though
think
she's
it's.
got-
I think it's got to be
She's
a
in a
good
relationship.
It's got to be a good 70%.
not single.
That's
Well, wait a
okay.
minute. If
boyfriend.
she's in a relationship, that might make it easier for her to take the money.
No, I don't think that her boo would allow that. Would like that.
Right. What do you mean
Not
allow?
would
He's
like-
not- he's
no,
not
no,
her
I'm not.
ruler.
Allow is the wrong line. Wrong line. Okay. Not allow.
Yeah.
Be okay with that.
So you're saying Boo is bossing Laura around?
No, absolutely not.
I hope
no,
so,
if
if he's a
anybody's
real
bossing
man.
anybody around, Laura is bossing the boo
Listen to
around.
you're a real
if
man.
you were a
thing.
real
This is
man
like
and
your
you
thing.
and you're going out with a
stop
woman
it.
who
Laura,
you're
What is
she's
a
shade-
real
Laura,
man?
come in here.
if you're going out with a woman who's you're exclusive, will you tell her no? I don't want you doing that.
Right.
Come on.
Would you let
Man
Lisa
up.
do it?
Lisa can do whatever she wants.
I would let Juan do it.
I'm not the boss of Lisa.
Brian, would you let Allison do it?
All right,
Yeah,
now
if she wants to do it, you
before,
know.
before
100K?
she
100K,
answers,
you know? Yeah, come on.
I'm going to predict
Yep.
that Laura wants nothing to do with
I'm
this
going
for
to
$100
predict
grand.
Laura is 100% in, and her
Okay.
Boo is
And I
100%
say she
behind
will
her.
not do it.
All right, Laura, $100 grand for you to do a 1 hour cam session naked, in or out?
Out 100%.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
$100,000.
No, I'm out. We actually, the Boo and I had this conversation, and he's not for that at all. He doesn't even care. The amount can keep going up, and he's not for
I
it.
told you.
and
I'm telling
not.
you,
I'm
he's a
actually
man.
not for it either.
Mace, most girls.
Hey, Laura,
wouldn't
that's because you
want
go out with a
this.
real man, right?
Yeah.
There you go, Mace.
Because, Laura, I'm guessing the main reason is you don't need it.
No,
right?
to me, it's just.
100K?
I mean, I need the 100K, yes,
Okay.
but I just wouldn't do that for the 100K.
You ever heard of morals, Ireland?
No, I'm not. What
What-
are
why
you
is
talking
it
about? I'm on your
immoral-
side.
why is it
Mason is the
immoral-
one arguing for her.
Seriously, why is it immoral to
Yeah,
be
what's
naked?
immoral about it?
The beauty,
You
the
can be
body is
naked,
beautiful,
but
Have
not
you-
for the
Have you
world.
never been to a clothing optional place?
What do you mean? No, I don't go to those.
Yeah, I've been at Big Sur, Esalen Institute. It's
wanna go
clothing
there for?
optional.
Look at people's junk.
No, because you don't have to feel ashamed of your body. You carry around a little picture of yourself
Yeah.
from when you were 18
But I'm
years
not-
old,
but I'm
looking
not-
like you're all buff and
There
ripped.
is there is absolutely nothing wrong with anyone posing naked if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, you're such a hypocrite.
What are you talking about?
If Lisa was,
By the way, Ireland is not being a hypocrite.
just
I
got
guarantee
ma-
you this is a
if
real
you-
belief.
When,
Yeah.
What age did you, Lisa, get married? What age?
I was 35. She was 28.
And if she told you, "Hey, I want to do a centerfold spread for Playboy," you would have been, "Yeah, that's cool."
Sure. Is that what she wants to do?
I would have thought cool too.
Yeah, Michael. By the
What
way,
about you, Brian? Would you want your girlfriend to do a centerfold spread? And
I mean, I would
and
have
spread me?
personally not liked it, but if that's what she wanted to do, and
You'd
she's
be all
getting
right
paid
with it.
for it. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not the boss of her.
right. She's
by
got
the
her
way,
own life.
Michael, a lot of women who you respect have done this, including Jeannie Buss.
Yeah.
Hey, when Riley's 21, would you be cool with her doing that?
I'm not getting into Riley.
What about-
That's my daughter. It's different.
What about-
I said it on the show before. I dated someone that was on
Oh,
cams.
that's true. So now,
like,
have you
it's fine.
eliminated in your constellation of women that you're dating right now?
So there's so many. It's just out of control.
Would you allow them or sign off on
Okay,
them?
he
All
said,
right,
not allowed.
Michael Roth is texting me.
Oh, boy.
You should define what goes on in a 1 hour cam session. It's just them. It's just pictures of you naked.
Yeah,
With
it's
the
like-
girl
Are they
naked.
talking to guys, like communicating with people on the
Yes,
computer?
the pictures
And the
or
guys are
words
asking
come
them to
in.
do certain things?
Hi.
Oh, is it an interactive?
Hi, how you doing? Isn't
Okay,
a cam
so
session like
because
that?
yes, I'll tell you what it's like. So
Okay.
so there is a.
The fact that Greg knows this is.
I told you I dated
dated
one.
a
fascinating
cam
to me.
model.
Go
I
ahead.
dated one. Okay, so it's you're there on screen. You don't have to take off your clothes if you don't want to. You go private if you want to do that. Then it's just you and the girl or guy, whatever you're looking for, and then in there anything kind of goes. You can exchange pictures. They can put their video up, your video
Mace,
up.
how did this company make this offer? They said if anyone can find this woman,
Exactly. If anybody
Okay.
can find this woman, 100,000. And by the way, this is a great promotion because we just spent 15 minutes on it.
Right, and also
Right.
if
They
she
nailed
goes
it.
on it, nobody will know. They're
No,
not going
no,
to be promoting
everybody-
it on billboards.
Well-
hey, you from the ESPN
But they
1 second
will
thing.
promote
Yeah, they'll
it.
promote
like
it that way.
Miss Sugar Bowl is
Right,
doing a
like, you have to go to the site to see it.
Queen of
Like,
the Sugar Bowl.
It's not that.
All right, coming up next.
What if Playgirl came to Juan or Jose and say, "Hey, we want you to do a..."
Dude, I wouldn't blame them a bit, and I would say do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
more
fun.
power to you.
Yeah, I say good for him. All right, coming up next for you. This is, I'm telling you, this month, make or break for the Lakers. It is make or break. I will explain.
How so?
Coming up next. And by the way, we are hitting the streets in the city of Redondo Beach. You can join me in Ireland Monday, January the 15th. We're broadcasting live at the Ralphs from 1 to 4 p.m. thanks to our friends at BBGO. Meet Lakers legends Derek Fisher and Sasha Vujacic, the Machine. Win great prizes and your shot at courtside. Wait a minute. I don't want to bury this. Your shot at courtside seats. Thanks to BBGO. Ralph's, it's 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach on Monday the 15th, Mason and Ireland live. All right, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
Were there other gay ladies in the bar?
She was not. She was a straight lady.
Woman?
No, she was a straight lady. Yeah.
What was she doing in a gay bar?
It's a piano bar, so everybody goes in there. They sing. I guess you would call it mixed. Not everybody is necessarily gay, but she was so into me.
And women love
so into me.
Well, don't women prefer gay men to be their friends?
Absolutely. True.
Everybody wants a gay
but
best friend.
But she was not looking for a friend. She was looking for a role.
You could be like Rupert Everett in my best friend's wedding.
Exactly.
You could be the gay best friend.
Still got it, Mace.
Yeah, I still got it after all these years. So I'm going to make a little mythical money bet, Ireland.
All right, let's hear it.
Mythical money bet of 2024 for me. It is 5,000 mythical dollars.
Okay.
3-leg parlay.
Okay.
Lakers minus 5.5 over Miami.
Okay.
Anthony Davis over 29.5 points.
Like it.
And Anthony Davis over 12.5 rebounds.
Well, he's been playing Michael that way, but just so you know,
Bam Adebayo's out there, which makes a difference.
The game in Miami, AD threw out his back and missed the whole second half.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you just got to hope he stays healthy,
stay healthy,
which he has
exactly.
been. And D'Angelo Russell is not playing tonight, which is good for you.
Right, D'Angelo Russell's out.
So
Rui's out.
Rui's out. Just so you're aware, in the regular season, not including the finals, in the regular season, Anthony Davis has only done those numbers twice against the Heat. And it happened with the New Orleans Pelicans both times.
All right, let's see if
By
it
the way,
happens.
no Jimmy Butler tonight.
Is it for sure? I heard he was
Yes,
questionable.
He's
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no
I
Butler,
think the Lakers
no
are going
Rui.
to win this game because when we were in Miami, Michael, we lost that game by 1 point. That's when Cam Reddish missed that jumper from the corner. But we only lost by 1 point without AD.
Yeah.
So I think we can hang with these guys.
Okay, so I said
I think this home schedule coming up is very favorable to the Lakers.
Ding. Yeah, here's the thing, Michael. Let me throw this at you. So, you guys, and you know firsthand, you guys have been traveling all over the country.
Yes, we
East
have.
Coast, West Coast. I mean, all over the place, right? And the Lakers lead the league in back-to-backs so far.
Yeah.
So they have played a very tough schedule from that perspective, and the travel has been enormous. Not as an excuse, but it's just a reality. Now, this month they've got 12 games. 10 of them are at home. They've got that game at Utah, I think next week, end of next week, something like that.
And one of them is against the Clippers. It's a road game, but then...
And then San Francisco is the last game of the month.
And then they head out. In February, they head way back out on the road again. But you're right. And to put this conversation in perspective, the Lakers are 11-4 this year at home.
Ding. Yeah.
And 6-13 on the road.
Yep.
Michael, does that disparity surprise you that they're so much better at home than they are on the road? 11-4 to 6-13.
No, that's most of the teams that are not like running away with the league usually are around that because like Minnesota or Boston in the East, they usually have the greatest of the best road records. But the Lakers have been inconsistent, especially on the road, because it seems they can't field a full team whenever they go on the road.
Yeah.
Since everybody's 2 or 3 guys always out.
I want to put this in there. Mythical Money brought to you by Prize Picks, the largest and #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710. Use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy.
All right, let me ask you guys something about the NBA. Mm-hmm. Last night, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat Boston in OKC.
Yep.
Michael, this is a team that is loaded with talent.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you have to kind of climb a ladder until you're ready to go to even the Western Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals. Is Oklahoma City, are we underrating them? I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best guard in the league right now, him and Luka. And Chet Holmgren looks like he's going to win Rookie of the Year. Lou Dort is great. Josh Giddey's good. Jalen Williams is good. Could this team win the West this year?
Sure they could. They're young. They're brash. They're fearless. And they're smart players, well coached. So they definitely can. If they stay healthy, they could beat anybody.
And get a load of this, Mace.
Yeah.
They control the draft for the next 5 years.
See, Sam Presti, man.
Well, they have 24 picks in the next 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Zach Harper did his weekly power rankings here.
Yeah.
And he has Tier 1, the contenders. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 teams as legit
All right,
contenders.
let me see
for
if
the
we can guess them.
championship. Yeah.
All right, Boston.
Boston's 1.
Denver.
Denver's 4.
You think Philadelphia's on his list?
No. Even though I love Embiid, but no.
Milwaukee got to be there.
Milwaukee is there, number 5.
I'm going to say I don't know. I'm gonna say it. Minnesota.
Minnesota is number 3.
Yeah, they're for real.
We're missing one?
Missing one.
So it's either Philly or OKC. Which one do you think?
OKC.
I'll say Philly.
OKC's number 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So the contenders, he's got Boston, OKC, Minnesota, Denver, and Milwaukee. Sixers are on the next tier, brink of contention, along with the Clippers and the New Orleans Pelicans. And let's see where he's got the Lakers. He's got the Lakers in the category of play-in tournament teams or better.
No, the Lakers will be better than that. They just got to get healthy. They haven't been healthy all year.
Right now they're 10th.
But here's the thing, Michael. Everybody's dealing with injuries
No,
all
not
year
like
long.
the Lakers.
Injuries are not an excuse.
No, Lakers
not
have
an
been
excuse.
They've been the most injured team so far this year.
And by the way, just play a little defense. Their offense, in this streak of losing 7 out of 10 or whatever it is, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 9, something like that, their offensive rating has been higher than the rest of the season.
We say it several times a game.
Their defensive rating is terrible.
Yeah, they never have problem scoring.
Yep.
They always have problem getting stops.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons is Anthony Davis has been elite defensively this year. He's been really, really good. But Michael points this out 2 or 3 times a game. Somebody will penetrate into the paint.
Right.
And AD will come over and make them alter their shot.
Sure.
But then they don't get the big guy that AD just left, and the guy ends up with a dunk. They got to figure that out.
So here's another thing I wanted to throw out there. I came across this interesting story about usage rate in the NBA. So
I don't want to hear this crap.
Shut up.
Come on.
I think you're going to like this. You're going to like this point.
Rate.
Usage rate basically measures the amount of time the ball is in your hands.
Right.
Oh, that. I thought you were talking about playing.
No. The amount of time the ball is in your hands. Anthony Davis is not in the top 20. Now, how is Anthony Davis, who's having a tremendous season, why does he not have the ball in his hands
that's easy,
more?
because he's not a guard and he's not handling the ball. He gets the ball and catches it right away. So that cuts down the time the ball's in his hands.
Are most of those players guards,
Gotta be.
Mace?
Joel Embiid is number 1.
Okay.
Giannis is number 3.
Is
Where's
Jokic
Jokic?
on there?
Jokic actually,
He better be. He's gonna pass the series.
he's number 9. But Joel Embiid is 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo is 2.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there are other big guys
Well,
on there.
Darvin said something the other day that I think is going to make these games very interesting to watch.
Okay.
You read this, Michael? LeBron is now the point guard.
He's always been that way. He's been that way since he was 18.
Right. But now they're basically saying, here's the keys. You do what you want.
He's the de facto point guard.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think Pat Riley just mentioned Magic was his point guard. Come on, that was so obvious.
What do you mean?
I mean, LeBron's been a playmaker ever
you're
since
in
he
a
came.
cranky mood
because
today.
it's well, guess what? LeBron's all playmaker. Well, duh.
No, I said
seriously.
there's a difference between playmaker and point guard.
No, it's not. It's the same
D'Angelo
thing.
Russell's been the point guard.
There's no point guards anymore. There's like Luka Doncic is a guard now. There's no more John Stockton and Steve Nash.
What's Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray? He's a playmaker.
So wait a minute.
Shoots
you
as
want
much as any shooting
you
guard.
want point guards who don't score.
No. I'm just saying.
You
that used to
be John Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton can score, but now those days are over with. Now everybody's a playmaker. Everybody's a multiple user, sort of the way that their roles are now.
Boy, you're so grumpy.
It's
What? Damian Lillard's not a point guard?
No, not the way he shoots. He shoots more than a shooting guard. He shoots more than Chris Middleton, who's supposed to be the shooting guard.
Darren Fox.
All basically hybrids. Let's call them hybrids.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Darren
what they
Fox has the ball a lot.
Yeah, they all do.
Yeah. No, Darren Fox is 4th in
There's
usage.
it's hardly show me another Mark Jackson who's thinking pass first. No, those days are over with.
All right.
Trey Young.
Will you cheer up a little bit? Because you're really.
No, I just hate
You're
the
like
obvious.
You're a wet blanket.
Wait a minute. I've
You're
got
a
an
human
announcement.
wet blanket.
Wait, that's an announcement.
There's like
I've got an announcement.
little dark cloud over
Maybe
your head.
this
and it's
announcement
raining.
will cheer him up.
Okay.
Go
An
ahead.
announcement. Laker fans. Darvin Hammer's announced that LeBron is his point guard. Come on. Jeez. What's he been doing for 5
Breaking
years
news.
here?
LeBron's the point guard.
He's been acting like he's Magic since he's been here.
All right. Spin wheel of questions?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do that coming up now. And then we didn't do 2 o'clock call of the day. Did we kill 2 o'clock call of the day?
No,
or
we can do it if you want.
No, we're doing What's Up Fool at 2.
Oh, we're doing
Well, then
What's Up
again,
Fool too.
maybe not.
Okay, cool.
Maybe tomorrow.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right. Did you know it can take 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? That's 2.5 months. So if you're hiring for a growing business, you don't have that kind of time. If you're listening to today's, I got advice. Stop waiting. Start using ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find qualified candidates for all your roles fast. Right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. Plus, here's how quick ZipRecruiter can help you hire. 4 out of 5 employers who post get a quality candidate in 1 day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's Cap 2024, the biggest year in the history of ESPN LA. Again, Lakers basketball and the journey to Banner 18, Ohtani's debut in Dodger Blue, our signature events, the Pickleball Madness Tournament back again on Mace's birthday, Mandy's 3, the biggest party 7-10 throws all year, Will Sedano and Cap sweep all the awards this year, All-Star Friday night, the ESPN LA Golf Classic, and so much more for a new year. It's the biggest year in the history of ESPN LA. Again, 2024. Don't miss a moment on LA's mega sports station, the trusted source for entertainment in the Southland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Life may not always go as the playbook intended, but the LA County Department of Mental Health has got your back. If you ever feel anxious, overwhelmed, need immediate help, we're here for you with free emotional support, service referrals, and crisis counseling. Call our 24/7 helpline, 800-854-7771, or visit the Department of Mental Health website at dmh.lacounty.gov. Life is a team sport, and the LA County Department of Mental Health is here to support you every step of the way.
Hey, it's Mace. The perfect winter getaway starts at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. You'll find our best deals on the Hyundai.
Each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
I think it's my will today, as a matter of fact. Let me see what popped up. I'm having trouble reading this. Let me put my glasses on, and you see, there it is. Okay.
You know we're on YouTube.
I know. You're not wearing glasses.
You're wearing a chain. I lost my place.
Yeah.
All right. What would you do if you could be immortal but unhappy, or live for 5 more years and be incredibly happy? Which would you choose? Immortal but unhappy, or 5 more years only and incredibly happy?
Give me the 5 years.
You want 5 years?
Yeah, give me the 5 years.
5 years.
I don't want to be miserable my whole life. Come on. Michael, how about you?
Yeah, 5 years, because when I die, I know I'm going to heaven anyway, and I'll be immortally happy up there.
How do you know?
Because I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I believe when I die, well, you asked me the question, I'm telling you. So when I die, I believe I'm going to be in heaven.
Okay, there you go.
Why, is that simple enough for you?
Yeah, no, that's
he
good.
is in a mood today.
You are just.
I
a
have to do a
bad
game
mood.
with
You
him
are
tonight.
cranky, man.
That came across as cranky?
Greg, can I do the game from here?
Can we get Trudell to come up and sit with you?
No kid.
Did that come across as
All right,
cranky?
Bergman,
You're just
5
cranky.
years or
Idiots.
5 years
immortal.
miserable, or 5 years happy,
Idiots.
or lifetime
You dummies.
immortal miserable.
I'm sorry, Riley, with 5 years, I don't want to be unhappy. Like, that's terrible. And anyways, being immortal sounds awful.
I think it's
horrendous.
Cool. I would love to be
no
immortal.
way.
I would
You
love
watch
to be
everyone around you
I would
die.
still be doing this show every
Terrible.
day forever.
Yeah,
Brian, what do
the
you go
longest
not there
run
anymore.
in
5
history.
years or immortality?
Well, the immortality being unhappy sounds like hell. So I'll take the 5 years and have a nice, good time, good send-off.
All right, so Mace, that means you'd be out at 63.
I want to be immortal.
Yeah, I knew you'd pick
Yeah,
that.
I want to be immortal. I want to be around
and
forever.
unhappy.
And grumpy, like you. I'm not
Laura,
grumpy.
Laura says, just texted me, what did you guys do to MT?
Laura, they're asking stupid questions. How about that? And making stupid announcements. Oh, I got another announcement from Sean McVay. Mark Stafford will be the next quarterback on Sunday.
You know, first of all, his name is Matt.
Matthew.
Oh, same
And second of all, he's not playing Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Carson Wentz.
So
is
that
playing.
was
so
a
that's
terrible,
really a bad
You were
example.
0 for 2 right
Hypothetically, you were completely wrong.
there. On both counts.
On both counts.
He's still a starting quarterback.
You
No,
nailed.
he's not. Carson Wentz is going to start Sunday.
Yeah, starting on Sunday. By the way, McVay is going to be with us sometime between 2 and 2:30. He's going to be in.
Yeah,
Kids
hey,
Room.
Bahamian Grill Master, what tough question you got for McVay?
I'll think of something.
Okay.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Okay,
Hey,
so
Sean, what do you hate more, old people or puppies?
that is he's in a mood. So Al Michaels, for whatever reason, I think Greg Bergman, you're not an Al Michaels fan, right?
This is ridiculous.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You have said many times that you think Al Michaels. I say Al Michaels is the greatest announcer of all time. You say he's over the hill.
No, okay. Well, over the hill and not a great announcer are so different.
Okay, so you think
So
he's over
very
the hill?
different.
So did I misrepresent your position
No,
in any way?
I am a fan of Al Michaels. I love Al Michaels. I think that there's times where he can be criticized. If he does something that is not right, we can criticize
all right.
him.
Well,
That
I'm
doesn't
going to
make him
play. I'm
not
going to play
great.
something for you that you will not criticize.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I love it.
Here we
it.
go.
Let's see. I love it.
You think Jim Schwartz right now is dialing a few things up, the defensive coordinator for the Browns?
Somebody pounding on that trash can. I think the Astros must be in town. I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's amazing.
Go rip me.
Go rip me.
Awesome.
How's
That was great.
Bergman?
That is
for Mr. I Hate Al
fantastic.
Michaels.
Mister, he's over the hill.
This is like Ramona with the kids. I love kids. Ramona hates kids.
Ramona has two
She
kids.
has
I know,
kids.
but
You have a kid.
You represented her that way. You're representing. You hate Al Michaels.
You do.
Well,
I do
you
not
do.
hate Al
You-
Michaels.
wait a minute. You don't.
How dare you besmirch
say
Al
he's-
Michaels?
You say he's
All right.
over the hill.
All right. Over the hill is not hate.
Yeah, but over the hill means.
Now I sound like the cranky
Okay,
one.
so you are cranky. So they do a thing on the Ringer where they say an actor is is Apex Mountain?
Apex Mountain.
Apex
Yeah.
Mountain. Where's Al Michaels on the mountain?
I won't say he's at the very top, but he's still, if he's going down, he's still at the top going down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
so
he
he's
hasn't,
over the peak, but
right,
he's still.
but yeah, still like I would say he was peak Al Michaels 5 years ago.
He's still in the death zone.
What does that mean?
The death zone is when you climb Mount Everest and get up to a certain point. Where
Yeah, and then you're
down to die.
yeah, you're up that high.
If something goes wrong,
I would rather have Al Michaels do a game than almost anybody.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. I don't think he's over.
Greg,
the
if you could pick the announcers to do a game that you were watching, who would you pick?
Right now, like a football game?
Yeah.
I think I'm taking Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Okay, that's not a bad answer.
No, and by the way, that is also my answer, and it's not just because I work for ESPN.
For me,
I actually love those.
Jim
guys.
Nance and Tony Romo, baby. Tell me the play before it happens.
Shut up, Tony.
And get it
Give me
wrong.
Michael,
before
who
it
is
happens.
this for you?
Madden and Summerall.
Well, they're not
both
alive.
dead.
Oh, well.
Come on, dude. Wake
You want
up.
to take someone from the 60s, too?
Yeah,
Oh,
next
my God, Michael.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Next he's going to take Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell.
Dandy Don.
Alex Cosell.
Those are the greatest.
They were the great. By the way, that was the greatest broadcast team
That's right.
in
Meredith,
history, I think, wasn't it?
Cosell and who was it? Meredith Cosell. Who was the third guy? It wasn't Keith Jackson.
No, it was Frank Gifford.
Frank
Gifford,
Gifford,
yeah.
Gifford.
Don't you think that was the best broadcast team in history?
That Monday Night Football
Yeah.
booth was they were the most fun to watch
Yeah.
because you never knew what they were going to say, and
Right.
then everything went politically correct.
Yeah.
So now nobody can say anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hard
See?
thing.
That's right. And you call me grumpy.
You guys are all drunk. I'm the only happy one here. All right. Sean McVay is going to join us coming up. In the meantime, what's on tap today on 710? Thanks to Michelob Ultra. Lakers are back on the court tonight at Crypto against the Heat. Coverage starts at 5:30 with the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off with Sliwa. Tip-off at 7 p.m. Here, all the play-by-play with John and Michael Thompson here on 710 in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just click the Lakers Listen Live tile. The Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, only worth it if you enjoy it. Sean McVay coming up, Mason in Ireland, Michael Thompson hanging out, 710 ESPN.
You never.
Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right, Mace, I know we're going to talk to Sean McVay, but I've got an update for you.
Oh, good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
He's doing his presser now for the media. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams, Aaron Donald, and Ernest Jones, all healthy, will rest.
Puka's going to play.
Correct. How do you feel about that?
I am totally fine with that. I want Puka to break the record, and I also don't want any Rams to break
Michael, what do you
anything.
think about the old rest versus rust argument?
I hate it. I mean, guys like Aaron Donald, I understand he's 33. He's playing a very
Matthew
physical.
Stafford, I think, is 35 now.
35.
Quarterbacks, you can protect quarterbacks from getting hit. If Matthew wanted to stay in rhythm, he can hand off a lot. He can throw quick little passes before the rush can get to him, like those little hitters.
Yeah, sure.
Get the ball out of his hands in 2 seconds. Tell him under no circumstances do you scramble. That's why I think Lamar should play some. And he doesn't have to play a whole game. Just
Don't
a
you
few
think
series.
instinct takes over at some point? I mean, if you're Lamar or Michael Thomas, at some point, you can't say
never run
because your instinct is to play a certain way, and
or
that's
get
Lamar's.
down. Do not take a hit.
Stafford is going to drop back, 25 times.
This is a really interesting argument because, like, what Michael's suggesting has been backed up before. The Rams, was it 2015, 2016, they rested a bunch of guys and then came out super flat in the playoffs.
But they also did that before they won the Super Bowl, and they also did that before they went to the Super Bowl. So 2018 and 2021, they did take that last week off.
And these guys are only off for 1 week because they got to play next week.
They play next week, right? So they don't. The rust issue is not going to be as big as Lamar.
Lamar's, yeah.
Who would be like 3 weeks.
3 weeks before he plays again.
Yeah, that's
tough.
risky.
That's risky.
And I'll tell you what. After Sunday, there's no question that that's the best team in the league. That's hands down best team in the league.
Okay,
I think they're winning the Super Bowl.
Here's a hard question for you guys. All right.
Yep.
Matter of fact, what odds would you guys give me for mythical money on this?
Okay.
I'd be willing to take 2 teams to win the Super Bowl this year.
I know which 2.
Baltimore, San Francisco, and I'll leave you guys the field. So if Baltimore or San Francisco wins it, I win. If any other team wins, you guys win. What odds do you give me?
Well, I mean, I for one think the Super Bowl is going to be San Francisco and Baltimore.
So you would
everybody does.
Wait, nobody would take the field?
So if I take the field,
you get the other
so it's
12 teams.
It's basically like I would give you 10K, you would give me 100K.
No, other way around. I'm giving you 12 teams. I'm getting 2.
That's the most likely.
Yeah, but you have the 2 favorites.
Right.
So can you beat the 2? I actually think Greg should have the better odds than you.
You know, send a note to somebody we know that understand. We can't send it to Ford. We can't send it to Ford.
No, send it to ESPN
He's
Bet.
a prickly pear is what they say.
Yeah.
Send it to ESPN Bet.
Or you know what? Send it to RJ. He'll tell us the answer. I wonder. That's a good question, Greg. Who would get the odds if I take Baltimore and San Francisco and leave you the other 12 playoff teams? Would I get odds or would you get odds?
I would definitely get the odds.
I don't think so. Because I'm leaving you 12.
You're taking your 2 favorites.
Let's. Ramona just texted me. She'll take the field. Because I think Ramona wants $25K on the field.
Nice.
I wanted $100K.
Okay. You know what? Ramona, you got a deal. Me against you.
There you go.
I've got Baltimore and San Francisco. Ramona has the field for 25. And you're not getting any odds. She just said, what odds are you getting?
Right.
No, you're not getting any odds. You just offer me the bet. Or we could say whatever our gambling expert says, we'll do.
All right.
But we gotta get some answers.
Somebody, Kobe Forever in the Mason and Ireland Mafia tweeted this. 5 minutes in, L.A. Ireland throws a bag of weed to Venice Mace, and then they define what a sex cam is.
What has happened to this show?
Beginning of the show.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want.
Right off the bat. Here's some weed, and let's talk sex cams.
The sex cam has something to do with ESPN.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's sports related.
Yeah, it is sports.
during the Sugar Bowl.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. By the way, talk about pressure. There's no athlete under more pressure this season or maybe ever in the NFL history than Lamar Jackson.
Why?
Not only did he dominate this year in the regular season, and he did that before, now he's got to win in the playoffs. And what has been the narrative about him? He cannot win in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So being a number 1 seed again, he better get to the Super Bowl.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the show right now the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, who are playoff bound, Coach Sean McVay. Sean, congratulations, man.
Thank you. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, John. Hey, how'd the first Christmas with the little guy go?
Oh, it was great. You know, he's just wide-eyed, and then he gets pissed off when he's hungry. He's just like his dad.
There you go.
I love to hear it. I'm glad he had a good one. All right, we just saw the note. I know you just met with the other media that you're going to rest a handful of guys: Stafford, Kupp, Kyren Williams, Aaron Donald, Ernest Jones. Explain to us why, because I know it's a hard decision. On one hand, you want to win. On the other hand, you don't want to get anybody hurt. What went into your decision to rest that group?
Yeah, and then Tyler Higbee and Joe Noteboom will be out for injury reasons as well. So
okay.
What went into it was, you know, you look at it and you say, okay, you've already punched your ticket. What is to be gained as opposed to what could potentially be at risk? And felt like this was the best decision. All of those guys have had either a bunch of experience or a lot of pounding on their body this season. Feel like, hey, there's a lot of important players for this team, but felt like those guys, represented a group that would be served well to use this week as a chance to, stay sharp, but not leave them susceptible to injury, and then give an opportunity for some other guys to try to go play well with their teammates, and then we'll be ready to go for the playoffs.
So, Sean, there is a little playoff wrinkle here, because if you are the 6, you're probably going to Detroit, and if you are the 7, it's going to be a matchup with, I think, Dallas in the NFC East. Do you think about that, the 6 versus the 7? Does that make a difference to you?
Yeah, I think you're talking about two great teams. You know, you look at when they played on Saturday night, it comes down to a final 2-point conversion. And so I think those are two excellent teams. You know, Dallas is in a position to win their division this last week of the regular season. Detroit's already done that. And so I think what you know is it's going to be a great challenge either way. And if you said you potentially leave some of those guys, and really any of our main guys in general, susceptible to injury, you know, we've got a better chance to go play well and potentially come away with the result that we're hunting up when those guys are feeling good. And so just that was what I felt like was the best approach. Is it perfect? No, not by any stretch. But given the circumstances, felt like with those players and really, you know, there's other guys that you'd want to consider as well, but you don't have that luxury when you got 53 guys active, 48 up on game day, and you can possibly flex up 2 people on your, from your practice squad.
Puka Nacua, Sean, has a chance to break the rookie record both for yards and for receptions. I think he needs 3 or 4 catches and 30 or so yards. Was that even considered by you? Is that something that means something to the coaching staff, or did that not play into it?
No, I would be lying if I said that wasn't something that you considered. He sure has done a heck of a job for us, but when you're talking about it as it relates to the yardage record, a 65-year record, giving him an opportunity while being smart to potentially get that because of where he's at in regards to getting there is something you consider. But, yes, that's something that we've talked about and we're aware of.
Coach Sean McVay is with us, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN here in the home of the Rams. So the kicking situation has just scared the hell out of me all year long. There have been a lot of misses. It was Maher, then Haversick, and now Maher's back. Talk about the process of deciding who would wind up being your kicker for the stretch run and for the postseason.
Yeah, I think when you look at it, there were some other guys out there, but I do think that Brett did a nice job, and I think I put him in some tough situations earlier in the year that were difficult for any kicker, let alone, some of the top ones. And Brett has been a really good player in this league. He's got a lot of experience. Lucas is a guy that, like I said, I think has upside. We just weren't seeing enough consistency from some of those close range or, some of the extra points. And so felt like this was the best route to go leading into the playoffs. And so, we'll always try to make decisions that we feel like are best for the football team, and that's why we ended up deciding to go with Brett.
So, I'm dumb. You come on the show every week, and this is just a dumb observation on my part. You've got a guy, Ethan Evans, who's the punter who you drafted in this year's draft, and he's also your kickoff guy. He's got an absolutely booming leg. Was it ever considered that maybe that guy could wind up being your kicker?
Yeah, there's a lot of intricacies to field goal kicking. Ethan happens to be our holder as well, which is a pretty important part of that. So, yeah, I think he's capable of doing it in an emergency situation, but there is some nuances, some timing, and some differences in regards to, guys being able to do all of those things. You will see punters around the league have the ability to kick off because of the leg strength and some of the approaches that you see schematically, but not often do you see a guy that's doing both because it is a specialty skill when you start talking about the field goal operation.
We're talking to Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams. Sean, let me take you back to the Giants game. At the end of that game, after you had taken the lead, the Giants were driving to try and kick the game-winning field goal, and they were out of timeouts. And you called timeout. And that surprised the announcers. I'm sure it surprised some fans. Why did you call timeout when the Giants didn't have any left and they were driving?
Because if they ended up kicking that field goal there, I wanted to make sure I saved time for us to get in field goal range. You knew that they were either kicking it. Once they ended up getting into what I knew they were either in 4-down territory or a long field goal, which is where they were, and we had the clock stop, it felt like the most important thing was, hey, they're playing for, they've got a chance to kick a field goal to end it, and I didn't want them to wind it down so that the last play of the game could be that. So if they missed, then we were able to take a knee and run it out because of their situation, and if not, then that would have enabled us enough time to be able to potentially go and win the game by 1 point.
Makes sense. Okay, the other thing I noticed was I watched an interview with you that you did, I think with J.B. Long, before the season started. And nobody was predicting you guys to do much, and they asked you about expectations, and your answer was, look, I'm not going to put a number on it, but I'm very confident that we can compete for a playoff spot with this group. Not a lot of people felt that way, Sean, but you did. Why? What back before the season told you that this would be a team that, as it turns out, made the postseason?
I just think it's the consistency at which the group approached it, and the belief I have in the players and the coaching staff. And it's a long journey. You never know exactly what's going to occur, but there was an authentic belief that there was a mental, there was a physical toughness, an identity, and and I think there's been that's been shaped along the way, and it's been hardened by some of the challenges, but just about the people. And I think I think it's going to be a really fun thing to see us go swing and shoot our shot when this thing gets started.
Yeah. By the way, as looking at the game, Byron Young and Kobe Turner both had really good games against the Giants. You guys hit on so many picks this year. I mean, you hit on Byron Young, you hit on Kobe Turner, obviously Puka Nacua, Ethan Evans, great punter. Last year, Kyron Williams was a pick in the middle of the draft. Who is identifying this? I mean, how is you guys are hitting more than anybody in the league right now? Is that Les and you a combination? How's it work?
Yeah, I think everybody. I mean, you look at the amount of work that Les and his group with the area and the scouts and the pro personnel and the college scouting. I mean, they do such a phenomenal job, and then working in collaboration with our coaches to identify fits for our group. And, I think those guys deserve a ton of credit, but it's truly a group effort. I think the collaboration is what makes it special, where, hey, you identify some of the traits, the characteristics, the makeup of certain players, and then there's a vision for how they would fit and how they would shine with us. And these are special players. These are, even more special people that you're mentioning. And I think, the longer that we do it together, the better feel we have for the types of players and people that we want to onboard and try to put them in positions to help our football team and for them to, have success individually for our team as well.
All right, last thing for me, Coach. I know you've been to 2 Super Bowls, and I know you've won one of them. But I personally feel that this is the best coaching job you and your staff have done since you've been here.
Yes.
I look at that roster, I look at the schedule you played, and I think, wow, that is a job. And I know you never take all the credit, so I'll say you and your staff. That is a job that I would feel incredibly proud of. Do you feel that way?
I'm proud of the way that this season has gone in terms of navigating some of the challenges early on where these guys just stayed steady and consistent. I am proud. I'm proud of this team. I'm proud of these coaches. I'm proud to be in a small way associated with it. And so what I'm really proud of is that they just stayed consistent. And when we had an opportunity to have our bye after 9 games, nobody flinched, nobody blinked. Everybody recommitted to some of the things that we challenged each other to do. I think we collectively have played better football, and I think it resulted in a 6-1 record, where there was different ways that we won the game. I think we've started to establish some identities that will serve us well into the playoffs, and I love working with this team, and I am proud to be a part of it.
Hey, listen, Sean, congratulations. You got the great Christmas present of a playoff spot. You couldn't ask for much more than that. And best of luck on Sunday, and we're excited about the playoffs, man.
Hey, let's go. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, Sean, have a great day. See ya.
That's Sean McVay. Brought to you by Service Titan, the all-in-one solution that connects your entire HVAC, electrical, and plumbing operation on a single software platform, helping make the combination we love every Rams season. Coach Sean McVay with Mason and Ireland.
Hey, Michael, where's Pepe?
Yeah, where's Pepe?
I told him to get You told him 1 to 3, right?
Yeah. I sent him he's on the same text chain I sent you.
He may not make it.
Yeah, if he doesn't make it, I'll have to switch my game of games to another day.
Yeah.
Well, no, you won't, because you have the only game.
My other game of games.
Okay, gotcha.
Aye, Michael.
All right, coming up, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool? Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
By the way, that intro said 2:45. You're not late. It's only 2:15.
I thought it was 2:45.
Yeah. No, it's 2:15.
Right now it's 2:15?
Yeah, correct.
Shoot.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
way
late.
late.
You're
I'm
late.
way late.
All right, what do you got?
All right, so thanks, Morales, by the way. I went to the back to the sales side earlier this morning, and there was a massive debate that was going on.
Oh, interesting.
Massive debate. So I sat down on it, and I just want to know how you feel about it because it was kind of going back and forth.
Okay.
John, are Cheetos a chip?
No.
Michael?
No.
Mace?
No.
Brian?
Yes.
What?
How?
They're in the chip category.
They're not explain how it's a chip. A chip is flat.
It's a puff. It's not a chip.
It's a puff. That's true.
What do you call it?
A puff.
A puff.
But it's in the chip category still, isn't it?
It's a snack.
It's in the same aisle.
It's you know.
It's the same aisle with like beef jerky and other
Pretzels.
stuff, but it doesn't make everything a chip.
Bergman, what do you
Pretzels
think?
are not a chip.
I don't think it's a chip.
Who was on the chip side?
So Stephanie Alexander was on the chip side.
Steph?
Yeah, Steph was very much on the chip side. I believe that Gabby Freed was in the middle of it.
She was torn.
She was torn, but
Yeah.
I think her and her friend group were all saying that it was
It's
part
more.
chip,
It's
not
closer
part
to
nut.
popcorn than a chip.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's more in the popcorn category, Brian.
No, I don't know. I disagree.
You pound the Cheetos at night, don't you?
If I,
You're a Cheetos guy.
Yes, I do.
They're all good.
But if you say, "Oh, I'm bringing some chips to your party," and you show up with Cheetos, that's perfectly fine, no?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's a snack food. It's not a chip.
Right.
All right.
Well, when you had your party, there was all chips.
We had the chips party. That's right. There were no Cheetos.
There was no Cheetos. Are you sure?
Only
Do you
chips.
remember for sure?
100% only chips.
What
Yes.
brand?
When we did a Christmas party one year, you don't come to these parties, and it was a chip party, and we had every single kind of chips in the world, little bags of them that people had all night.
And that's all you had to eat?
That's all we had was chips and booze.
What a cheap bastard.
Chips and booze? Are you kidding me? That bar, that bar was flowing.
There were a
man.
lot of drunk people
There
there,
were a lot of
including
drunk
me.
people. Yeah, exactly.
I thanked you for coming.
Yes,
to your
that's
own
correct.
party.
But when you drink, you need food to absorb the
Yeah,
alcohol.
chips.
Yeah,
Chips.
that would have helped me.
Yeah, a little chip action.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, speaking of drinking, one of the pastime bar games is darts.
Sure.
Well, the World Dart Championship is tonight, and the first time ever a 16-year-old is in the finals.
Yeah.
And he's already made $250,000. He said he's been playing darts since he was, I think, 18 months old on like a magnetic dart board.
Wow.
But 16 years old, going against guys in their 30s who are probably, putting back beers, playing darts.
Sure.
16-year-old,
Yeah.
best dart player in the world.
Too much pressure on a 16-year-old.
No, I
That's just too
disagree.
much.
I'd
Dart
like to bet
championship.
on the 16-year-old to win it because he'd be the only one who's not drunk.
Right, and he's also the one who probably cares the least.
Yeah.
The grown-ups who've been playing for 30 years, grizzled dart players, are probably like, I got to win this thing. Kids like just young and dumb. I'll win. That's amazing. I don't think age is a prerequisite for darts. I think you can be any age and be
Boris
good at
Becker won Wimbledon when he was 16.
Right.
More power to the kid.
17.
Was he 17 when he won?
Yeah.
Well, still, that's pretty young.
Michael with the red pen. Great.
I know. It's Mr. Grump today.
Yes.
How would you guys?
I'm correcting you. How's that grumpy?
He's 16. No, he's 17.
Do you guys have dart skills or bar games, pool, darts, anything that you're, a shark at?
I'll be happy to compete against you. I don't think I'll win. I'm not any good.
I've played darts. I mean, I don't think I'm particularly good at it.
I like to play lawn darts around kids.
Oh, jarts. We call those
Lawn
jarts.
darts?
Kids? Why around
Don't we
kids?
call those jarts?
You want to throw them at the kids? What's wrong with you?
See if they can dodge them.
Dodge the lawn darts? You're not grumpy.
Yeah. No, kids,
What's that,
lawn
fool?
darts. My
It toughens
God.
them up.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
Yeah, there
so
you
I
go.
saw John sent the story in today too, but I saw it last night about Mason Rudolph pulling a Ricky Bobby and signing a baby.
Yep.
And when I first saw the headline, I was like, oh no, he signed like the forehead or the baby's skin. But he just signed the back of a baby's jersey. But it's still kind
it
of.
was only the jersey.
It was only the jersey, yeah. But my question, John posed a good question. Is this like child abuse kind of a thing, or how do you feel about this?
How about this, Michael? If somebody walked up to you with their baby and said, "I want you to sign my baby," would you do it?
Yeah, because it's going to rub off. It's not permanent.
Yeah, with a
it's just-
Sharpie?
Yeah,
Is
with
a
a Sharpie.
Sharpie permanent?
It'll come off.
Weird thing.
Yeah, I would not sign the baby.
No,
I
not
would
sign the
ask.
baby. Don't
I
bring
go,
your baby to our next.
I go.
remote.
Is there? But maybe as a compromise, Brian, I would sign a baby's shirt. like a back of a jersey.
Right. See, that's different than actually physically signing a baby.
Have you guys never got Sharpie on your skin? Doesn't it rush off?
It does rush off, but still.
It should be weird. I don't want to sign a baby. Greg, what do you think?
If a parent is okay with it, it's totally fine.
It's cute.
There's people that get signed on their skin all the time.
By the way,
there's
when
nothing wrong with it.
All right, so Michael, you would sign a baby. What I've seen this happen before. A girl walks up to you, and she pulls her shirt down a little bit and asks you to sign the top of her boob. Would you do that?
No, I wouldn't do that.
You know who did that a lot? Harry Carey. I'm telling you, when I remember being at Hohokam Park and a line of women looking to get their boobs signed by Harry Carey.
If the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't think I would sign the baby.
I'm not signing a baby.
I'm uncomfortable signing
We're
a baby.
doing a show on the 15th.
Yeah, we're at Ralph's on the 15th.
Ralph's on the 15th.
And in Redondo. And by the way, that's a huge Ralph, so all you guys should come. You should come out in mass.
It's BYOB. Bring your own baby.
And if you have one, I'll have Sasha sign your baby.
There you go.
Sasha Vujicic and Derek Fisher are going to be at that remote.
Yes.
I will not sign
They're
any
the
baby.
signatures
Would you sign
you
the
want
boob?
on your baby.
Would you sign the boob?
Sure.
Yeah, no, I'd sign the boob.
I'm
What's
not,
that, Foo?
Michael, I'm 60. I'm not saying no to boobs.
What's that, Foo?
Nicely said. Nicely said. All right. Well, there's a new California law that's went in place yesterday.
Yeah.
Where cops pull you over, they can no longer ask you, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" They
Why?
have to instead state why they pulled you over first.
Why?
Interesting.
What? Do you know why they changed that?
I don't know why exactly they did change it, but it just went into place, beginning of this year.
That's tricky.
That makes no sense.
But did you? I never liked the question when a cop pulls you over.
I do.
You know why?
I know.
pulled you
I
over?
know the exact answer.
Yeah.
The answer you should give is, "I don't know, officer. I was following the flow of traffic."
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good line. Now, instead they're going to say you were going 80, instead of "Do you know what you were doing?"
Right, but I feel like the question before was a little more of a
entrapment.
Yes,
Open-end.
entrapment.
Yeah. Do you know what you're doing? Oh, I was driving 80. Yeah, you gotta wiggle your way around that. I don't know what the meaning of the new law would be.
That makes no sense.
No, they
Worried
pull
about
over. They
somebody's
tell you
food?
what you did right off the
Well,
bat.
if I'm getting it, this is like what we were talking about earlier. If you're getting fired, if I'm getting the ticket, I really don't care what the guy says.
When's the last time you got a ticket?
I've talked my way out of 3 in a row.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
talked my way out of one.
What do you mean, like how? Do you know who I am?
No, you haven't heard my thing.
No, what?
The minute I get pulled over, I kill him with kindness. Like, go out of my way.
Yep.
Like, I roll the window down and I go, "Officer, I'm so sorry. Did I roll that stop sign?" I go, I wasn't paying attention. It's totally my fault. I'd appreciate a break if you can give me one, but I totally understand if you can't. And almost every time he'll go ahead.
The last I got pulled over last year after one.
DWB?
It might have been because it was so dark you couldn't tell if I was black or white.
Okay.
Anyway, it was like we got home like 2 in the morning, right?
Yep.
I'm going down the 5 down by San Clemente. Nobody on the highway. It is empty. It is black. There's no one around. I'm doing 85.
Yep.
Cop comes out of nowhere and lights come on behind me.
Yeah.
Was this guy a jerk? Because it wasn't like I was endangering anyone.
And
I was
there
going
was
85.
no one near you.
Nobody else on the highway, and he pulled me over and gave me a ticket.
See,
I was nice about it.
I think there's a magic. I think the magic number is
79.
79.
Yeah.
And I
If
was
you
doing
stay
85.
1 mile below 80, 85, I think is ticketable.
But Mace, there was nobody else on the freeway. Nobody.
Definitionally, were you breaking the law?
Yes. But shouldn't he just have let me go? I
Yeah.
wasn't endangering
Just
anybody.
set your cruise control to 79. You won't ever get in trouble.
I was nice about it and everything. I knew I was speeding, but I didn't think I was.
Yeah, it's tough to talk
Yeah.
your way out of an
By
85.
the way, the one place you can speed your ass off is on the 10 heading out to Palm Springs. It is there are guys driving 110 miles an hour on that stretch, and nobody gets pulled over. But when was your last ticket, Brian?
Probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Rolling a California roll.
Oh,
And
California
it was
stop?
actually right after I got out of a TV job. Police station right next to the TV station.
Oh.
Pulling guys like it's like 1 in the morning. Where are you coming from? Oh, I'm coming from work. TV station. Oh, I was just on TV 2 days ago. I thought, he's gonna let me go.
Yeah.
Nope. Still gave me a
So
ticket.
you did a California stop,
A California roll at a stop sign.
California roll at a stop
And he
sign.
gave me a ticket for it.
By the police station, you did it.
Right. Well, I mean, it was
Well,
like
why would you break the law right by the police station?
I did it
That's
100
stupid.
times. I was getting off work. It's 1 in the morning. There's nobody out there. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know. That's being Barney
All right,
Fife.
is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it? You ran out of
Michael,
stuff?
I got one more if you
Michael.
want
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do one
Good,
more,
do
and
one
then I'll.
more, yeah.
This
do
one's
one
kind of, good one for Michael, too. But I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys heard that Joker was on Michael Porter's podcast, and he said, when I finish my career, I really wish nobody knows me, and I wish my kids remember me as a dad rather than an NBA player.
Yeah, he doesn't like being famous.
Right. But, this is for Michael, especially here, how possible is that to disassociate. Oh, I'm an NBA player rather than just dad.
For Jokic, probably none.
It's great for people to remember you as a player. It means they paid attention to your career and they actually cared about it and showed some interest in it. So I don't know why he would
But
have
it
that
sounds like
attitude.
he doesn't want to be famous.
Well, then give all the money back and retire. How about that?
No, but I mean, maybe back in his home country, he's not.
Who, Jokic?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a god back there.
Is he? So is he swarmed everywhere he goes?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, plus he's 7 feet tall, so he can't sneak into a room.
In the end, I remember what he said at the parade.
You know that I told that I don't want to stay on parade, but I want to stay on parade. This is the best.
Nobody complains about being rich and famous.
So
Give
he
the money
is.
back.
So he is enjoying it a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, coming up next, Michael claims that there is a person that is pound for pound the best basketball player around, and you will be shocked at who he says that is. It's not Jokic, by the way.
Not Jokic.
Not Jokic.
Right.
Pound for
It is
pound.
somebody else.
Okay, we will do that coming up next. In the meantime, let me tell you about my friend Jacob Imrani. So if you are involved in any kind of accident, car accident, motorcycle accident, it is a accident in a rideshare, an Uber, a Lyft, whatever that happens to be, you want an expert. You want an expert who's been doing this for 20 years. You want an expert who's been doing this for 20 years in Los Angeles. By the way, rideshare accidents, Jacob Imrani has been doing these cases long before anybody else. First in the country to do rideshare accidents. And it's really complicated because they've got insurance, and then the Uber Lyft has insurance, and you've got to work through all that. And you don't want to talk to the insurance company yourself. Let Jacob do that. Remember, accident, injury, you want Jacob. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget, follow him on Instagram at call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app and bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
finish that sentence.
Yeah.
Yes, don't even bother.
All right,
with the
last
second part of
night
that
there was a
sentence.
shot heard round the world.
Yeah, this was cool.
All right, this
in fact,
was.
By the way, it was the first thing they let off on Get Up with. It was really
all right,
cool.
this was in the Big Ten. Iowa, Michigan State, women's basketball, game tied at 73. 3 seconds left. They go to Caitlin Clark.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win. Yeah! She does it time and time again. The 40-piece and walks off with the W.
Listen, this is what Caitlin Clark does, folks. Logo threes. It's her signature. That is the most Caitlin Clark way to win a game.
So Caitlin Clark hits a 30-footer to beat Michigan State at the buzzer. And, Michael, you said something that actually surprised me about Caitlin Clark, which is what?
I've been watching her since her freshman year. Pound for pound, male or female, she is the best player in America. Pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
So
you're measuring against everybody in the NBA?
Everybody.
But
She
like
is
a boxer.
You know, like Floyd Mayweather
pound
could
for
never beat
pound.
her
Her
pound for pound.
he has more respect for her skills than anybody else.
I'll go even further. She is the best women's player I've ever seen.
Really?
And I've seen Cheryl Miller, because I follow women's basketball. You guys
too.
know. I've seen
follow
Cheryl
it
Miller. I've
closely.
seen Lisa Leslie. I've
too.
seen Maya Moore. I've seen them all. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. She can do it all. She's the best shooter I've ever seen.
Right.
She handles the ball like she's Kyrie Irving. She passes like she's Steve Nash. She can rebound. She can defend. She's the best I've ever seen.
All right.
And the Indiana Fever should be begging
Talking
her
about
to come out.
Talking about Caitlin Clark is the first time I've seen Michael Thompson in a good mood today.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Love
I
Caitlin
love
Clark.
her.
Yeah.
I look for when she's on TV. She is so much fun to watch.
You guys, Michael mentioned the Indiana Fever have the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft. You know, as the number 2 pick, Sparks.
Oh, Sparks.
It came down to those
They
two.
just missed
Damn.
landing. But boy, she'd be such a star here.
But she
Yeah,
has
she
another
really
year
would
of eligibility. She doesn't have to
Right.
come out.
Now, what happens? Will they?
Nope, they go back. She goes back in the draft.
She goes back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's not like the
Carry
The
over.
Larry Bird
thing.
thing. They can't do that anymore.
And
They
she
made a rule
doesn't-
against
She
that.
makes so much money in NIL. She doesn't need the WNBA.
Yeah,
All right,
believe it.
So this is an election year.
Is it?
And yes, 2024.
Who's getting elected?
Well, we're electing everything.
Oh,
Presidents,
wow.
senators.
Okay,
And
had
one
no
of
idea.
one of the people running for president is Nikki Haley on the Republican ticket.
Yes.
So Nikki Haley they're all campaigning in Iowa.
Yes.
So she did something that a lot of politicians do.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to latch on to the hot sports team in that
She
region.
pandered.
Correct. And so she was standing up, and she wanted to mention Caitlin Clark, but she said this instead.
So we're super excited to see the Lady Hawkeyes play. What a team they are. What a great coach they have. Caitlin Collins is phenomenal, but good, strong women, so we're excited to see that.
Okay. She calls her Caitlin Collins, which in
Who's on
Nikki Haley's
CNN.
defense is an
Yeah.
anchor at
Anchor at
CNN.
CNN,
But
yeah.
it got me to thinking, if you guys were a campaign manager, regardless of party or anything or what the office is, if you're a campaign manager, would you encourage your candidate to pander to a sports team or avoid it specifically to avoid what we just heard? What would you do?
That was so fake and phony. I would just don't even mention it. She made two mistakes. She called it by the wrong name, and she also called the team by the wrong. They're not the Lady Hawkeyes. They're just the Hawkeyes.
Right. Yeah, she screwed it up. Now
Twice.
I do get why it's the Iowa caucus, right?
Right.
Which is a thing coming
very
up in
first
about
one.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And she was appearing with the team at this rally. So
She went to the game.
She went to the game, but
still got it wrong.
Don't act like you know when you don't know.
Right.
You see right through that phoniness.
Yeah.
I know when I'm a big West Wing fan. So one year Jimmy Smits was running for president.
Yep.
And they put as a storyline, there was this huge Monday night game between the Giants and the Redskins at the time, before they were the Commanders. And everywhere he went on the campaign trail, they would say, Governor Santos, what do you think of I don't think he was a governor, but, what do you think of the big game? And he would always say this exact line. He goes, New York, Washington, two great teams, should be an awesome game. and he just moved on to the next thing. And didn't align, didn't pick a winner. Didn't Hillary get in trouble when she was running for senator in New York?
I think Hillary was one of those people who, wherever she went, she would wear the ball cap for the local team.
Well, yeah, right.
I'm in New York, give me a Yankees. I'm in Chicago, give me a...
Well, no, she was guilty of that because she was in, Illinois the day before, and she was talking about how she grew up a Cubs fan.
Yes.
And then she went to New York, and they said, Mets or Yankees? She goes, I've been rooting for the Yankees since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So I would, if I was a
People see through that. Unless it's genuine.
No, Michael hit the right word. It's pandering. If I was a campaign manager, I would go, look, either if you're a legitimate fan of a team, like Barack Obama was a fan of the Chicago Bulls, and he owned it. He even said when the Lakers came to the White House, I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
But I respect what you guys did. I wouldn't try and do what she did.
See, in the case, she's a professional politician. Right. She was the UN ambassador.
She was the governor of South Carolina.
Are you telling me she can't keep that name straight in her head?
Well, she just screwed up. But,
but I mean, here you are with those players. Right. To get it wrong is just a total screw up.
Definitely.
She's out. I don't think she's going to win anything.
No.
You think she's going to win anything?
Nah.
Not after this. The Caitlin.
This isn't the
Caitlin
reason
Clark
why.
incident. No, the Caitlin Clark incident is what eliminates contention.
It helped Caitlin Collins out a little bit.
Yeah, it did. It gave her a little.
All right, so Pepe's blowing us off.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. And you said he would have a good chance to win this game, right?
Him and Laura had a good chance, and I'll change my game up.
So many people, by the way, in the Mason and Ireland Mafia. Here's Griza. There's a drop. Quote, I'm 60. I don't say no to booze.
Exactly.
Which is such a funny line.
Well, I mean, it has the added benefit of being true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Dre says Cheetos are chips. Hot Cheetos are my favorite chips. A puff is a chip, says Jackie
It is
Diaz.
not.
No, it's not. A puff is a puff and a chip is a chip. Cisco Rocks
Cheeto
says,
is a Cheeto. It's his own entity.
Yeah.
Cisco Rocks has it right. Cheetos are a corn puff, not a chip.
Now, does it matter that there are Cheetos puffs that are not just regular Cheetos? They have actual puffs.
But what's the difference between a Cheeto puff and a Cheeto?
More airy. There's a lot of there's more air in it.
So it's just more of a puff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's puffed out.
It's a bigger puff.
It's puffier.
It's puffy.
It's an actual puff.
So there's a puff, and then there's the
Cheeto.
extra puff.
And Mace knows about puffs.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Michael. Very good. All right, coming up next for you, Game of Games. It is Michael Thompson's game today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you listen to the show, you know I'm a big cryotherapy user. For people who haven't done it, cryo is for active people, especially people over the age of 35. That's because inflammation in your joints and muscles is a big problem. The only way to treat that is to use ice. For years, I went to cryotherapy places and paid $50, $75 a shot. You go into a freezing chamber for 3 minutes. You're sore when you go in. Your soreness is gone when you come out. It lasts about a day, maybe two. Then you have to repeat the process. When I was going regularly, I was going 4 times a week, dropping around $200 a week. iSpod Active, and I want you to remember that name and that website, iSpodActive.com, has created wearable cryotherapy. So you purchase an iSpod device for wherever your areas that you want to treat. The one I have a shirt that treats my back, my upper shoulders, my elbows. It's great. One of the reasons it's a great idea is it saves me time and money. Instead of me dropping $200 a week on multiple cryo sessions, I use this, put this on for 20 minutes, and I'm feeling better as soon as I take it off. Go to that website, iSpodActive.com. Anybody who has bad knees, bad elbows, bad hips will tell you that ice is a game changer. Once you try iSpod Active and their wearable cryotherapy, these are compression shirts. You put ice pack gels into the shirts. You put them on for 20 minutes, and I feel better every time I use them. Anybody who's sore will tell you that ice is what matters, and iSpod Active has found a better way to ice. Check it out today. Go to that website. You'll see Hall of Famer James Worthy on there. You'll see a testimonial from a doctor. It'll answer all your questions. iSpod Active, iSpodActive.com.
It's Cap 2024, the biggest year in the history of ESPN LA. Again, Lakers basketball and the journey to Banner 18, Ohtani's debut in Dodger Blue, our signature events, the Pickleball Madness Tournament back again on Mace's birthday, Mandy's 3, the biggest party 710 throws all year, Will Sedano and Cap sweep all the awards this year, All-Star Friday night, the ESPN LA Golf Classic, and so much more for a new year. It's the biggest year in the history of ESPN LA. Again, 2024. Don't miss a moment on LA's mega sports station, the trusted source for entertainment in the Southland, 710 ESPN.
At the Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of electric vehicle charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding. A new facility will have all major rental car brands under one roof. And soon the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. Info at flylax.com/transforming LAX.
Hello, Jan from Toyota here.
Hi, Jan. Just wanted to call and say thanks again. We stopped by Toyotathon and scored our dream car.
Oh, perfect. Let me guess. Corolla Cross? Tundra? Oh, or a BZ4X?
Nope. We got a Grand Highlander, and it's made this holiday season a breeze. Our family's been able to do pretty much everything.
Amazing. Like what?
Well, so far, we've been on 5 different ski trips. 4 family functions, 3 potlucks, 2 shopping sprees, and we even got a really big tree. You know, a Christmas tree. We picked out the biggest tree on the lot.
Wow. I'm impressed with your family's productivity. Not to mention the singing.
Thanks.
You heard right. Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to shop for all your favorites, like Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more. Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 2nd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
TaxAct can think of a million things more fun than filing taxes. TaxAct is going to name some now. Sitting in traffic. Folding a fitted bedsheet. Listening to your coworker talk about his fantasy team. Digging a hole. Digging an even larger hole next to that original hole. Unfortunately, TaxAct's filing software can't make taxes fun. But TaxAct can help you get them done. TaxAct, let's get them over with.
Take your new year to the next level with live experiences from Vivid Seats. Score tickets for all basketball, hockey, and pro football games. Plus, with a 100% buyer guarantee, Vivid Seats always has your back. See every buzzer beater, touchdown, and shootout live and in person with great deals on great seats. Plus, with Vivid Seats rewards, you can earn with every purchase, like surprise seat upgrades, birthday discounts, free tickets, and more. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. We welcome to the show the great Pepe Mantilla. Pepe, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Where you been?
Happy New Year to all of you guys.
Pepe, we have a very important question before we get to Game of Games that we need you to weigh in on.
Yes.
All right? I want you to treat this seriously. All right?
Oh, God.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Are they a chip?
No, they're not.
They're a puff.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, they're
There
a
you
puff.
go, Brian.
Then
Yeah,
next
you guys are wrong.
thing they're going to
Thank
say
you.
is that popcorn is a cheat.
Yeah,
exactly. Good point.
Come on.
It's
different.
Yeah.
No,
Brian,
you've
you're
been
wrong.
defeated,
No.
Brian.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
Put up a
whole room is again. Put up a poll.
Yeah. All right, Michael Thompson has the game today. Mike, what do you got?
This game is heavily weighted towards Pepe today. If Pepe doesn't win today's game, then he has to turn in his brown card and he can't shop at Olvera Street anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So today's game is about something we all love. Tacos.
Tacos.
Okay.
Some multiple choice, some buzz in.
Okay.
All right.
According to NationalTacoDay.com, around half of America visits which taco fast food brand once every 11 days? Taco Bell, Taco Time, or Del Taco?
Brian.
What was the first part of the question? I'm sorry.
Which taco place gets visited
once every 11 days?
Once every 11 days.
By half of
Taco
America.
Bell, Taco Time, or Del Taco?
I'm going to go Del Taco.
Okay, Greg.
Del Taco.
Mace.
It's got to be Taco Bell.
I'm also going Taco Bell. Pepe.
I think it's Del Taco.
What is it, Mike?
It is Taco Bell.
Boom. Mason on the board, Ireland on the board.
Which taco chain, because it was in a Hispanic neighborhood, Pepe, started as a hamburger stand but switched to tacos? Taco Time, Del Taco, or Taco Bell?
Greg.
I'm going to say Del Taco.
Mace.
Del Taco.
I also think Del Taco. Pepe.
Del Taco.
Brian.
I'll take Del Taco again here.
Are we right, Michael?
Del Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell
Taco
did.
Bell.
We all missed
Nobody
it.
got the Del Taco has a hamburger still.
Yeah, but that
Double
doesn't.
bacon Del.
But,
Hey,
but
don't
his point
don't
is,
question Michael's ethics.
Taco Bell
Started
opened as a hamburger stand.
All right.
Everybody guesses here. And Pepe, you better know this one.
Oh,
the
is
biggest,
this a buzz-in or no?
Everybody,
everybody
guesses.
gets a guess.
The biggest taco ever made was constructed in 2011 in Conterrano. I think I said it. How do you say it? Conterrano, Mexico? How do you say it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's
in Mexico.
Yeah, closest to the number in feet. How long was the taco?
Okay.
Everybody guesses.
Mace.
14 feet.
I'm going to say 173 feet.
Really?
Yeah. Pepe.
200.
200 feet. Brian.
Let's go 30 feet.
Greg.
I'm going to go in the middle around here and say 100 feet.
All right, Michael, what's the answer?
246 feet.
Wow. Pepe Montilla.
Pepe!
All right, so the score is Mason 1, Ireland 1, Pepe 1, and Michael, you're up.
Multiple choice here. National Taco Day takes place in which month of the year? August, September, or October?
All right, this one's me. I'm going to say September. Pepe.
It's September.
Brian.
September.
Greg.
September.
Mace.
Pepe said it with so much confidence. I'll go September.
It is October.
Oh, Pepe, you steered us wrong. You said it with so much confidence.
He did.
Multiple choice here, and
right.
Pepe, you better get this one right.
Oh, boy,
Okay.
Pepe.
Mexico's National Taco Day, Dia del Taco, is in which month? March, April, or May?
Pepe.
May.
Brian.
Going opposite. I'm going to go March.
Greg.
I like May.
Mace.
I'm sticking with Pepe, May.
I am too. May.
It is March.
Brian's on the board.
Trust him 2 times
Pepe,
in a
what
row.
kind of Mexican are you?
Yeah, you've missed the big questions.
He's been living in America too long.
All right, by the way, this is very close. Everybody has one except Brian or Greg, who doesn't have any.
Multiple choice here. The word taco means what? Quick lunch, light lunch, or easy lunch?
Brian.
Let's go easy lunch.
Greg.
Was the first one?
Quick lunch, light
Quick
lunch,
lunch.
or easy lunch?
Quick lunch.
All right, Mace.
I'll go easy lunch.
I'll go light lunch. Pepe.
Well, can you repeat it?
Quick, light, or easy lunch?
Quick.
It is light lunch.
Boom!
Oh,
Ireland takes the lead.
Not light.
Multiple choice. Taco trucks are everywhere, thank God. The first taco truck was in which city? L.A., San Antonio, or New York?
Greg.
San Antonio.
Mace.
New York.
I'll go L.A. Pepe.
L.A.
Brian.
L.A.
It is New York.
Yeah.
Just you?
Just me.
Okay, Mason has tied me for the lead.
Multiple choice. It was 1905 when tacos made their way into America. Which city introduced the taco to America? Houston, San Antonio, or San Diego?
Greg, this one's you.
San Diego.
Mace.
I will say Houston.
I'll go San Antonio. Pepe.
I have to go with San Antonio.
Brian.
San Diego.
It is San Antonio.
Pepe and I are on the board. I got the lead
I
again.
still don't have one.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I want to get them all wrong.
You're
now.
terrible at that.
Yeah.
You're right. You're going for the.
Yeah.
You're going for the Curtis.
sweep, the Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multiple choice, and Pepe, Mexican pressure's on you again.
Oh.
According to Mexican tradition, which kind of taco is meant to be eaten at lunch? Seafood taco, chicken taco, or carnitas taco?
Mace.
I'll go carnitas.
I will also go carnitas. Pepe.
I want to say seafood.
Okay, Brian.
Let's go seafood.
Greg.
Chicken.
It is seafood.
Oh, Pepe
yes.
is tied for the lead. Brian, you are one back. Craig, you're still scoring.
That's
Everybody,
right.
Where am I? Am I not on the board?
You have two.
Oh,
you're one off the lead.
All
You
right,
and
good.
Brian both have two.
Everybody guesses here. True or false? UCLA offers a course called Taco Literacy, which explores the history and influence of Mexican food in the U.S. True or false?
Well, this one's me, and I can tell you they did not offer it when I was there, but this...
Or you'd have been in the class.
Yes, 100%. But I think it's too weird for Michael to have made up, so I'm going to say True.
Yeah.
Pepe.
True.
Brian.
I'm gonna go true as well.
Greg.
False.
Mace.
I have a friend who's majoring in tacos at UCLA. I will say it's true.
It is false.
No!
Not UCLA, but Kentucky offers that class.
Okay, so here's the score. Ireland 3, Pepe 3, Mace 2, Brian 2, Greg 1. How many do you have left?
About 4 or 5.
Okay.
Multiple.
I wonder where you get this weird information.
Tacos.com.
I'm part Mexican. I know this stuff. You should taste my guacamole. I got to be part Mexican. Multiple choice. In the 18th
All right, we're
century.
doing 4 more.
4 more. Okay.
In the 18th century, Mexicans originated the taco in which industry, Pepe? Fishing, farming, or mining?
Pepe, this one's you.
In what century?
In the 18th century.
Mine.
Mining, he says. Brian.
Let's go fishing.
Greg.
Fishing.
Mace.
Mining sounds very 18th century.
I'm going to go farming. What is it, Michael?
It is mining.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pepe has the lead. Mace, you've tied me, and 3 more.
Okay.
Buzz in if you know.
Okay.
He isn't Mexican, but his name is Taco.
Mason. Who is Taco Fall?
Yes.
Oh, very
Nice job.
good, Mace. You've tied Pepe for the lead.
I think I'm out.
And there are 2 more. You are out.
Okay, bye-bye.
Multiple choice, like I said. Taco Fall ain't Mexican. He's from Africa, but which country in Africa? Sudan, Senegal, or Kenya?
Mace.
Sudan.
Pepe.
Sudan.
Do I want to take my shot here? I think I do. I'm going Senegal. Brian.
Trying to make up. Let's go Kenya.
It is Senegal.
Boom. All right. Brian, you're out, and this decides it. It is a... Do you have 2 left, Michael?
Got a
Because we
bunch
need... Or a
left.
tiebreaker?
Yep.
All right, so right now it is Mason 4, Ireland 4, Pepe 4. This is for the game.
No, wait, it is 2, right?
No,
it's not
there's
worth
1,
2.
There's 1 left.
Yeah.
So if one of us were to give an answer and win this question outright, we win the game.
Win the game.
Who's going to be first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, okay.
Multiple choice. According to Forbes, which city is the taco capital of the U.S. because it has over 450 taquerias? St. Louis, Albuquerque, or Kansas City?
Okay. I'm going to go Albuquerque. Pepe.
I have to say something different.
No, you don't have to.
You go with whatever you think the answer is.
Albuquerque.
I do think it's Albuquerque also.
It is Kansas City.
Oh, we
we
all
all
missed our
Okay.
shot.
So do you have another one where we could guess a number?
Yeah.
Okay, this
All right,
is
here,
this
this
is for
is
the
a good
game
one.
For
right
everything.
here.
Everybody guesses here.
Get something right with, get something right.
Yeah, guess I'm the right with. Everybody got a pen? Got a pen? Pepe, you need a piece of paper?
All right, here we go.
All right. This is the tiebreaker anyway. According to NationalTacoDay.com, Americans eat how many tacos every year, Laura?
No, don't no hints, Laura. Okay, so how many tacos?
Does Americans eat every year, according to NationalTacoDay.com?
Okay,
Okay.
Americans. So there's. I am okay.
Okay.
I've
got a number written down.
Okay, I'm gonna say. All right, Mace. Pepe? You got something written down?
Yeah.
All right, what'd you write down, Mace?
6.5 million?
I said 512 million. Pepe, what'd you
That's
write?
probably close.
40 million. What's the right answer, Michael?
We are a greedy nation. 4.5 billion.
Boom!
4.5
Billion
billion?
tacos Americans eat a year.
You are
was-
with a B?
The B.
I was 512 million. I was super short, but you guys weren't even close.
6.5 million? What was I thinking?
That's probably not just in L.A. alone.
I was afraid to go a billion because it sounded too many.
I thought 40 million was a lot.
No, man.
Yeah.
4.5 billion.
4.5
Bergman,
billion.
give me
Wow.
my point.
This
You
is the
have your
second
point.
game that I end up losing in the last question. I lost
Okay,
again.
here's a fun one I have.
Okay.
Everybody guesses here.
Okay.
Laura, you can guess too. As we know, tacos are cheap, but in Vegas there is a resort that sells a taco that has gold in it, and it's only for the resort's presidential suite guests. Everybody guesses how much is this gold-infused taco at this resort in Vegas?
One
gold-infused taco.
Yep.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
$2,500. Mace?
$5,000.
Pepe?
3,000.
Greg?
$10,000.
Brian?
1,500.
What do you think, Laura?
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 I'll do $13K.
All right, what's the answer, Michael?
$25,000.
My God, that's stupid.
That's Greg. That's you.
That is stupid.
Laura said 13.
Got gold in it.
Who would order how much?
$25,000.
$25,000 taco?
Taco, yep.
Man, can you imagine having so much money? You say, I'll have the gold taco.
Why not?
Yeah, give me 2 of those gold tacos for
Split
dinner.
Split it with your wife. It's $12,000 a piece.
We're gonna split a gold taco.
$12,500 a piece.
Hey, Mace, you want a taco?
Yeah,
Come with me.
let's go in on it together.
Wow.
Pepper, you failed miserably.
Yeah.
Turn in your
No,
brown
he was
card.
in until the end.
He was right in until
He
the
beat
end.
me. I'm the king, and he beat me.
It was with
How can you let the
numbers.
whitest man in the room beat you?
He is the whitest man in the room.
That was numbers.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I don't know if Shadano's going to be along soon. We're going to do some.
Yeah, he said it was going to be a little behind. You can start with Pepe.
Super crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Got a little breaking news. This Friday, here on 710, it's a BB Go Ticket Friday. Listen all day during our 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block for your chance to win BB Go prize packs with the chance to score Lakers Clippers tickets. That's BB Go Ticket Friday this Friday on 710. Listen all day. BB Go is the official game day snack of the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Lakers Clippers, by the way, is Sunday at 6:30.
It's a Lakers home game?
Correct.
Yes.
So for the next 3 games, we have Miami tonight.
Yep.
John Morant and Memphis on Friday, and then Lakers Clippers. By the way, have you guys been paying attention to the Clippers?
Yeah.
I told y'all.
They won.
You poo-pooed it.
I'm still going to poo-poo.
They won. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm gonna poo-poo.
I think they can win the West. They've won 12 out of 14 games.
Hey, let me ask you guys something about Miami. So at number 17, the Lakers selected Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Right.
At number 18, Jaime Jaquez was drafted by the Miami Heat.
Yep.
Didn't the Lakers blow this pick?
Not only maybe did the Lakers miss out, but if you redid that draft, I think Jaime Jaquez goes second or third.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's been that good.
Wow.
His
By the
game.
way, did you see what he said?
No.
He did not want to play in LA. He was glad to be in Miami. Why did he say that?
Maybe all his friends are here, and he would have to,
I mean, a Mexican American in this market. Imagine how huge he would
And
be.
let me defend the Lakers pick a little bit. Not just the Lakers, but a lot of the picks that came before that.
Yeah.
What worked against Jaquez is that he was a 4-year player at UCLA. If you study the draft, very few 4-year players
Is that
are
right?
going in the lottery anymore.
Well, it's really hard to say anything. I'm going to tell you why. Ginobili was number 40.
No, he was number 57.
57?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was 40.
No, Tony
Anyways,
Parker was 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, I mean, Giannis.
Kawhi Leonard, 16.
There you go.
Giannis, 14.
Kobe wasn't in the
Kobe,
first.
14.
If you redid the draft the way things are going, what we see now, he would go third behind Brandon Miller, probably.
Yeah,
or maybe
or-
fourth behind Scoot Henderson.
I would think about taking him in front of Scoot. But here's the thing with Brandon Miller and Scoot and Wemby.
I like Miller a lot, too.
All those guys, I'll use Miller for an example. 1 year of college.
Yeah.
Jalen
Right.
Hood-Schifino, 1 year of college. So what you're trying to figure out if you're a GM is, do I take a guy based on potential that could pop later?
Right.
Or do I take a 4-year player? The last 4-year player I can think of that made a huge all-star level impact was Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
He played 4 years of college. But very rarely I watched Jaime Jaquez play almost, so did Greg. We watched him play 100 college games.
Yeah.
The kid's just nails. He doesn't have a weakness.
Well, I'm looking at a Yahoo article. Heat rookie Jaime Jaquez Jr. proving 4-year college players can impact the NBA immediately. Heat say he had a different kind of path that we respect.
See, John's right, though. John's right. It's because he was there for 4 years.
It worked against him.
Yes, it absolutely did. But he had great footwork. He's good defensively. He had a really good shot, and he's figured out his three-point shot. It was a mistake.
Michael, by the way, I think this worked against Clay. Clay was at Washington State, all right? Pac-12 school, but not an elite Pac-12 school.
Yes.
Pac-12 Player of the Year. Went to college for 3 years, right?
He was number 11.
Right. I think that had Clay come out after his freshman year, he would have been number 5.
Yeah.
You know,
no, because they thought he was too skinny and needed to develop. But
Michael, I mean, when did Jax said that he doesn't like to play?
Jaquez.
I was reading. I saw something. He was in town because they were practicing at UCLA, and he said he was glad that he didn't get drafted here, and he's in Miami.
I think
he plays for Miami. I mean, what is he going to say?
But still,
there are 3 other 4-year players that went in the first round of the draft this year. These are not guys I know. Houston, Marcus Sasser.
Yeah, he played for the University of Houston, is an excellent defensive player, and I think is going to be a good NBA player.
Belmont's Ben Shepard goes number 26 to the Indiana Pacers. Ever hear of him?
No, and when Michael and I did a Pacers game in the IST final, and he didn't play.
And the Clippers chose Kobe Brown from Missouri at number 30.
He's playing. Kobe Brown's playing.
The Heat offered Jaquez and Tyler Hero and a couple of picks for Damian Lillard, and the Blazers turned that down. What a dumb idea that was, huh?
The Blazers ended up making out okay. I mean, the Blazers ended up getting DeAndre Ayton, and they ended up getting
Malcolm Brogdon.
Yeah, they got a couple other people. The Blazers did fine, but there is this weird stigma about guys that go to college for 4 years, and the stigma is, well, that player has peaked. That's
right.
He's reached his ceiling. Whereas guys who have only gone for 1 year, you can develop.
Yeah.
So if you're a Laker fan, what you're hoping is that Jalen Hood-Schifino,
Mr. Miami, he could tell us about Jaime Jaquez.
Plays 1 year at Miami, or 1 year in Indiana.
Yep.
Develops into Jaime Jaquez. But Jaime Jaquez was NBA ready the minute he left UCLA.
Sedano, is Jaquez now considered kind of like an untouchable for Miami if you call them for a trade?
Yes. Wow. Yes. Sedano says he's wiggling his chair into space.
Oh.
By the way, I want to point out today, doubled a ace. I am filling in for Cappy today with Sedano, who's going to. Yeah, but I'm here till 5:30, I think, today, and you're going to do 5 to 5:30.
Yeah, I'm just working here, so I'll do 5.
Yeah, Sedano's he's setting up here next to Pepe.
Yeah. Sedano is styling today too. He's got the.
Well, you're working the Laker Heat game tonight, right?
Yeah, and I'm doing the Memphis game too.
Is Pat Riley
Friday.
in town?
Yeah.
Pat Riley in town?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he's at the house in Malibu.
I'm scared.
I actually have a funny thing for you. Because you've worked TV games before.
Right.
How quickly, because I was sitting there watching the Sugar Bowl with Kelly, how quickly did you notice the lady flashing?
Right away.
Me too.
Yeah.
Immediately. I looked at the bottom of the screen, I go, oh my God, that lady just flashed.
Here's what George is talking about, and I don't know how somebody at ESPN didn't get it. Whenever we go into a city, we either ask for, and the other team gives them to us, or we send somebody out to shoot.
Crowd, B-roll.
B-roll.
Yeah, the city. So somebody went out on New Year's Eve with a camera onto Bourbon Street and shot 30 to 45 seconds of fans celebrating. And you put a camera on Bourbon Street, people wave at them. And one of the people they were going by, a girl just dropped her top.
Whipped them out.
For beads.
And apparently, so that has to go from the cameraman to a truck who then puts it in a machine and watches it and then tells the director it's ready.
Yeah.
At least 2 people had to see that before it went, and nobody noticed it, and it went live on the air. And
Okay,
ESPN
so I
had
will
to
say
apologize.
I was watching the game and didn't notice it.
Oh, I noticed
did not
immediately.
notice it.
I said to Kelly, look at the bottom right of the screen.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't notice it?
You watched it, yeah.
It's just boobs. What's the big
I
deal?
know. Well, notice it didn't become a big deal.
Yeah.
But it was a thing that night on social
Sure
media.
it was.
People were talking about it.
Now,
like it
you
was
heard
hilarious.
that some porn companies offering, if they can find this lady, $100,000
No.
for 1 hour on one of them cam things that
Yeah.
they do.
And
$100,000.
I said I don't think she'll do it. Laura said she would never do it. Mason thinks most women would do
If
it.
she showed her boobs on Bourbon Street.
What's the difference?
What, for an extra $100,000 on a live cam, people got to pay for?
Yeah.
I'd do it if I were her.
$100K, man.
Would you show your junk on TV?
if somebody was going to pay me that much money and I'd already shown it on TV.
Yeah, if it was already out there, George makes a good point. She's already out there.
Yeah, once it's out there, it's over.
So you might as well.
Maybe she doesn't know yet.
Pepe, would you recommend she do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you let Liz do it?
Yeah.
Don't involve Liz in this.
You hypocrite.
Well, first of all, Pepe doesn't let Liz do anything. Liz decides what Liz is going to do.
Yeah, does she
Pepe-
run the show, Pepe? Does Liz run the show?
Oh, come on. You're El Jefe. Come on, tell her.
You know what, you guys? It's none of your business. Come
Oh,
on.
just a minute.
accent.
Everything is our business.
Yeah.
You walked into this studio where everything is fair game.
Wait. Nobody asked who runs the show in your house or
Yes.
your house.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's not true. He says Jack runs
I'll
the
tell
show.
you right now, Lisa runs the show in
Yeah.
our house.
Same thing with me.
Juan runs the show.
And
Yeah.
I run my show.
You run.
Julie runs everything and lets Michael think he runs the show.
Liz runs.
When I was at your house, it seemed like Julie was running that party. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were just like out putting on the putting green, and she's running around making sure everybody's got what they want.
Yeah. It's Liz.
You don't run anything.
It's Liz.
No.
Please stop.
How about you?
I let her
How about
think.
you?
Oh, my wife definitely runs.
Okay.
Yeah.
John's met her.
And
She
Lisa,
definitely runs.
Lisa runs, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with
I
that.
literally.
You guys are soft.
I don't
No,
know.
wait a minute. While
be
Julie
Andre.
is running your life, you're calling everybody else soft.
You're the crazy one. You're not gonna sign a baby, but you will sign a boob.
No.
I will. No, that's me. I will not sign a baby, but I'll sign a boob. George, if a girl walks up to you and says, "Sign my baby,"
On the thigh or something like that.
this
With a Sharpie.
This happened to the quarterback of the Steelers, Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph, yeah.
A woman walked up with a baby,
Right.
and said, gave him a Sharpie and said, "Sign the baby."
Yeah.
He did it. I wouldn't sign a baby.
No.
Would you sign? A girl walks up to you, drops her top a little bit, sign the top of her boob.
Sedano. Let's
Right,
go.
Yeah,
Let's roll.
So George and I are the same.
Yeah.
No.
The baby, I'd feel weird about.
Me
No,
too.
the baby's
I wouldn't want to hurt the baby.
I feel way more weird. Yeah, because I feel like there's toxins in there. You know, like
Yeah,
on a marker.
No, I don't want to. Yeah.
An adult, like you're consenting.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, I mentioned earlier. I saw Harry Carey sign boob after boob after boob.
Good for Harry.
Yeah. No.
I
Harry
wonder
was-
if Boog Shambi gets to sign boob
Oh,
after boob since he's the new Cubs guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Boog gets
I
the
wonder if
job
they come
done.
to him.
He would do it.
Yes, he would.
Pepe, there's no more morals left.
Yeah. By the way, to answer your question about Jaquez, yes, I believe he is untouchable. Wow. And it's funny because obviously on draft day, I didn't think they were going to draft him.
Right.
Not because I didn't think he was good, but because of the duplication in particularly guys like Hero, et cetera.
Yeah.
I was like, But what I was told was, I asked them about it afterwards. They said, well, not that we're comparing him to Dwayne Wade, but we drafted Dwayne Wade after giving Eddie Jones a full max contract, and they played the same position. So it's not like stuff we haven't done in the past.
What you're talking about comes up in sports all the time, and it came up in the most famous missed draft pick ever.
Right.
So the GM of the Blazers in the 80s was a guy named Stu Inman.
Should have listened to you.
And Stu Inman
Like
was
Pepe, they didn't listen.
was friends with Bobby Knight.
Yeah.
And Bobby Knight called him and said, "Stu, you got to take this Michael Jordan. I've had him on the Olympic team for 2 weeks. He's the best player I've ever seen."
Yeah.
And Stu said, "We love him. He's great, but he plays the same position
As
as
Clyde.
Clyde Drexler,
Yeah.
and we need a big man." So they take Sam Bowie. You fall into that trap all the time, and I'm glad the Heat didn't fall into it. Whereas you say, "Well, we've already got one of those. Let's take draft for need." You should always take the best player.
Yeah.
The second greatest draft miss in history in all sports.
What's the
number
first?
one?
Isn't it obvious? Bill Russell. St. Louis had that pick.
Oh.
He gave it up.
No, but wait a minute. They sold that pick to Red
Same
Auerbach.
thing.
He caught it. They needed money.
They needed money.
Yeah,
they didn't survive.
different.
How's it different?
It is different because times were different, Michael.
Times
How
are
many
different.
times have I said this to you? The draft was different back
Yes.
then because they had the regional draft.
By the
and
way,
the
a great
school
point.
draft.
Michael, the reason Babe Ruth got traded from the Red Sox is the guy,
The
Red Sox
owner-
owner wanted to finance a play called
No, Nanette.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
you
and
didn't
then,
know that.
and,
No, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
but
so-
I knew about Bill Russell.
But Jaquez already not, and you know, he's obviously it's a little different here. The largest Hispanic contingent is Mexican,
Right.
And down there it's like Cuban and South American, but mostly Cuban. But they love him already down there.
yeah.
They've got him doing all sorts of Hispanic stuff. He's doing stuff in Spanish down there. I mean, he would have been
He's
a
perfect for them.
he would have been a
Yeah,
star
box
here,
office,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing, and he.
He'd have been like basketball's version of Fernando.
So I looked this up because I'm using it for the broadcast. Feel free to use
Yeah.
it for yours. There has not been a rookie drafted by the Heat that has played more minutes than Jaime Jaquez other than Dwayne Wade.
That's
at this stage of his career.
Wow. Even back in their expansion years, huh? That's interesting.
Not even Glenn Rice didn't start there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Glenn Rice, Steve Smith, and Ronnie Cycli were the first.
I would have thought Cycli maybe because I think Cycli started most of those games as a rookie.
He's averaging over 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, good for him. He's got some injuries. Matter of fact, George,
Jimmy may not play.
We've been told he's out.
Yeah. Oh no, then he's out.
But Caleb Martin didn't play against the Clippers.
No, he's been dealing with a bad leg
Josh
injury.
Richardson didn't play against the Clippers.
Yep.
I think that the Lakers may catch a break here tonight. But the Lakers, both D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura are out for the Lakers.
But the Lakers also play much better at home. And the Heat are in the middle of this long road trip. Like this should be a Lakers win.
Utah for
they did. They blew that game. Yeah,
That's
and
weird.
this should be a Laker win today.
Yes,
we need it. That's for sure.
Need it bad.
I mean, how about well, you and I can get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
All right. Are you ready for like an hour and a half of Mason?
It's 2 hours of Mason. 2 hours of Mason.
It's your show. Why are you quitting early?
Because I got to do the game.
He's doing the game. So then
you can't do both.
I got to talk to Darvin and Spo.
What are they gonna tell you?
They're going to tell me stuff that I can say on the air.
Like what?
By the way, if Spo retired today, he's only 53.
Hall
He's
of
in-
Famer.
Yeah, he's in already, right?
Yeah. Got 2 championships.
And he's like already
think
in the
he's
top 15 or 20 in like all-time wins already.
Yeah, and I think in terms of wins with one franchise, he's top 3.
He's got more than his boss.
Yeah.
At that franchise.
There you go. See
What?
More than his boss. Repeat that, please.
He's got more than his boss.
What do you mean his boss?
With that
What's gotta do?
franchise.
Pat
I know
Riley.
Pat Riley's the boss. I know that. What's the
No,
big
but
deal?
Eric Spoelstra's won more games as a coach of the Heat than Pat Riley did.
Because Riley only coached there for a few years.
That's not true. Not a few years. A lot of years.
How many
Remember, he
years?
had 2 stints.
Right. He went 95 to 2003 and then coached again from 05, 06, the 2 seasons 05 and 06.
Michael,
So that's a lot.
When you see Pat Riley, did you go,
Yes, of course I bowed to the knee.
Master?
Kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kiss the ring.
That's right.
He's afraid to speak.
He's usually got Alonzo.
Right.
He's usually got
And I
Alonzo.
don't make eye contact until he allows
Although
me.
I would say this, back in the old days when
He's a really nice guy. I
when
like
Michael was on the Loose Cannons, I was shocked. They got Pat Riley to call in and sing "Happy Birthday" to Michael, and Riles did
Oh, I
it.
believe it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And but Michael, you may be the only player he's ever done
He
that
owed
for.
me that for leading them to 2 championships.
You would, exactly. You would be very surprised at how grandfatherly he is these days.
Oh, I know.
He is so much more chill than he ever was as
Well, you know what?
previously.
Something happens when they.
He's almost 80.
Something happens when they have a grandkid, and it's happened to Michael. All of a sudden, the whole world becomes it's about the grandkids.
He is a completely different dude. Like, and not that he's not ultra competitive, but I think the age and the grandchildren, I think all that has kind of softened him a little bit in like a good way, I would say.
He's always been very nice to me every time that I talk.
But I will say this: if you look at him wrong, Alonzo Mourning is always standing next to him, and he will chop you in the throat.
Oh, yeah. I don't mess with Alonzo. I go the other way when I see him and Rick Mahorn.
Yeah.
All right, so coming up next for you is Shadano and Cap. What kind of stupidity is coming up today, George?
I don't know what kind you want to get into.
It's your call.
How's the
Dealer's
beard
choice.
thing going? We got to work out. We got to discuss that.
Just
Actually,
we'll get to it.
We'll get to that.
Let
Let these guys go.
Next 2.5 hours, it is a special edition.
What, you want to stick around?
No, Pepe showed up for like 10 minutes. He can stick around.
Pepe can stick around. I don't care.
Anybody
It's all
wants
good.
to hang out. Shadano and Cap coming
got
up
things to
next.
do?
Me in for Cap, 710 ESPN.